Hey everybody, how's it going? Today I'm going to do more Blu-ray pickups for you. I'm just going to let you know what I picked up recently and what I plan on watching. Um, Definitely a series I'll be doing a little bit more in the coming weeks and months. Something I've been more into. But yeah, I have quite a bit here actually I want to show you. So the first is Inherent Vice on Blu-ray, and this does not have a 4K release. And this is a movie that came out, a couple of years ago. I can't even read the back script. It's so hard to read. I think in 2018, around there. But this is Paul Thomas Anderson. And Paul Thomas Anderson is one of my favorite directors. He's a very artistic director. I very much like most of his movies. Really, I can't say I've seen a bad one. They're very artistic, very excellent films. But as far as I know, he's not a big fan of the 4K format for some reason, so he tends to not release his movies on 4K. I don't know why, even though Licorice Pizza just got a 4K release, which I still haven't even seen. But nonetheless, I picked this up on Blu ray, and I very much look forward to watching this because I really enjoy his films. And I know that this was probably one of his worst reviewed films. A lot of people didn't like it. This movie, I don't really know anything about it. Again, I haven't seen it, but it is based on the Thomas Pynchon novel, and I really do enjoy Pynchon. And if the little bit I've seen, I try not to spoil myself. I can see why people didn't like this because I've read a lot of, I've read Pynchon and I've read stuff very much like in the style of him, like whatever you want to call it, like postmodern novels and stuff. A lot in that style, and it's weird. It's weird shit. It's really esoteric material, and it's I'm speaking, of course, of the novels. That is, they're very funny and interesting, but they are not for everybody. They're not easily consumable media. So if they made this in the style of a Thomas Pynchon novel, I could certainly see why people didn't really like this. To each their own, of course, but I feel myself probably liking this film, but I'm very much looking forward to watching it. Next, I have Waterworld, which is on 4K. This is a movie that I've always kind of liked, a Kevin Costner film. This movie is certainly not artistic, and it's one that is very much almost in some ways like a cult film now. A lot of people don't like this. It's a very corny film, and I certainly understand why people don't like it. I'm not putting it out there as a masterpiece or anything, but I always really enjoyed it, and I do like Kevin Costner. Dances with Wolves is my favorite film, and I thought his direction in that movie was exceptional. I thought it was incredibly good, and everything that went into making that film in general, and a lot of, as a result of his passion, was pretty remarkable. This is not on the same vein as that, of course, but I still nonetheless enjoy it, and I'm very excited to watch it in 4K. And it also includes the Ulysses cut, which is the 3 hour cut of this movie, which I don't think I've actually seen, so I'm curious to watch that. Unfortunately, that cut is not on 4K, it's only on 1080p. But nonetheless, I look forward to really watching that. And the next is actually, most people don't talk about this movie, but this is another Kevin Costner movie. And it's only on DVD, and that is Open Range. And this is a great, I want to say this came out, when did this come out? 2001 or so? Early 2000s. I can't see where it came out, but I want to say 2003, or very early 2000s. And it's a great Western movie. And the reason I like this, and it's kind of hypocritical in a way, is because the shootout scenes in this movie are very realistic. Now, it's not realistic in the sense that they're shooting 6 shooters and they're shooting like 30 shots, right? That's not realistic. But there are these long, drawn out action sequences in this film where they keep missing each other, and they're shooting themselves in the arms and the shoulders and stuff that would hurt but not debilitate you from continuing the fight. So there's a lot of, in some ways, very realistic shootout Western scenes in this where they would be missing a lot of shots and it would go on for a while. And there's cool stuff like that in this that I've always really enjoyed. I don't think this is, again, as good as like Dances with Wolves, but I really think this is an underrated Western film. In some ways, like an anti-Western, which tends to be my favorite style of Western films. Films where the West has really run its course. Those are the best, in my opinion. This is an excellent film. Unfortunately, it's only on DVD. Some DVDs can look pretty good. This is, of course, I'm sure not the best this movie can look. There's a separate... This is the special features DVD, and this is the film DVD. So you get that. And that's that. I really wanted to own it. I really like that movie. I just, that's part of the thing about owning physical media. There's these little movies you like, right? This is a little movie I enjoy. I really want to see this, but there's not a lot of places to watch it. And I guess I should just own it, and then I can watch it whenever I want. And I also have the special features to dig into whenever I feel like doing it. And this has been out on Blu-ray a couple times, but it's been in other regions, primarily, I believe, the United Kingdom, where I find that a lot of movies come out on Blu-ray or even 4K. It's very weird. I don't know how the rights work. They will release these movies on Blu-ray or 4K and in different regions than where they originally came out. And I can't watch those movies. I can't watch a Blu-ray of this because it was done in another region. My player will not play another region's films. Now remember, 4K movies are all region free. So if you have a 4K Blu-ray player and you buy 4K Blu-rays, it doesn't matter where it came out. You can watch it. It is region free. It can be a weird release that only came out in the United Kingdom. It will still work on your player though. So just something to think about. If this ever does get released on 4K, which is a possibility but not likely because it's not a very popular film, I could still watch it on 4K. So that's why I have it on DVD, but that's a great movie. I really enjoy it. And the bad guy in that movie is Michael Gambon, who is Professor Dumbledore in Harry Potter. So if you want to see Professor Dumbledore as an evil son of a bitch who swears a lot, watch that. The next is what I didn't buy this just because it's a reference quality Blu-ray, but also because I truly do enjoy this medium. And I really enjoy nature documentaries. And this is Planet Earth 2 and Blue Planet 2. This is a special double feature pack. It includes both. I believe you can get these separately if you wish, but it makes so much more sense, tremendously more sense, to buy these just as a pack. And you get Blue Planet 2 and Planet Earth 2 on 4K, right? And you get all the goods that come with them. And these are relatively short docuseries, but there's still a lot of good stuff there. I've always enjoyed Planet Earth. Blue Planet, I've watched actually a little bit, and I did enjoy it, but I've always been more gravitated towards Planet Earth. But these are very well known for being reference quality Blu-rays, 4K Blu-rays. These are pretty much about as good as you can get in terms of visual quality. And that was intentional on the part of the filmmakers. They kind of almost in some ways made this to show you what they could do in terms of videography and how clear an image could possibly be. So on one hand, I really enjoy Planet Earth as a documentary. I always have. I believe the first Planet Earth came out in like 2007 or so. So I've always watched it. I always really enjoyed it. But as a 4K fan, I really did want to get this to check out the new documentaries. Both of them. I watched a little bit of Blue Planet, like I said, but see them in this glorious 4K with exquisite HDR. So that'll be one that I'm really looking forward to. The next is the Kubrick 3-film collection. There has been another collection, but again, I believe that was something in another region. But this is Full Metal Jacket, which I love, and I've never seen in 4K. I've never seen any of these in 4K. 2001: A Space Odyssey and The Shining, which I've heard great things about all of these. Particularly 2001: A Space Odyssey, I've heard, is another near reference quality 4K, so I'm excited to watch that. And I've heard great things about The Shining as well. Full Metal Jacket, I've heard good things as well, but not, most people aren't saying it's as good as the others, but I'm really excited to watch those. Those are great films. Comes in a great matte finish slipcover. And the last movie that I have to show you is one that I've actually never seen. I really wanted to get it, and it is Invasion of the Body Snatchers in 4K. This is the remake, I guess you could say the 70s remake, 73 I think this came out with. 1978, excuse me. Okay, almost the 80s. And my friend showed me this. He didn't show me it. I didn't want to be spoiled, but he said, hey man, I think you'd really be into that. I think you'd really like this movie. And I feel like this is another one where I'm such a big horror fan, but I've somehow, some of these classic movies have slipped through the cracks with me, and this is one that I haven't seen. So I figured, you know what? I want to get this in 4K and just watch it in its glory. And this wasn't very expensive, and honestly, a lot of these weren't very expensive. I got them on sale, and they were extremely cheap. So these were some great pickups for me of things that I really, really want to see and have seen, or want to see in 4K rather, but were just so discounted that it was like a no-brainer. So that was most of. There's a couple other things here and there, but I'll keep you updated. But those are most of the things I've watched in 4K, or that I bought in 4K rather. Normally I've watched them first and will give you a review of what I'm expecting from them, or what I thought. But this, I haven't actually watched a lot of these in 4K. So, and some DVDs as well. So I will come back with another video and let you know what I think about a lot of these, and I'll keep you updated with my 4K pickups. But this is going to be more common. It's something I've just been getting into more, getting back on getting my movies and stuff like that. So take care, everybody. Peace out. Have a good day.